Greetings from Zambia. Today I come to you from the girls' house here in Mufulira, and I've got with me a few of the girls from WellSpring, and we are so excited to give you an update. There have been a lot of projects going on the last couple weeks, several improvements that we had been praying that God would provide for, and I think it's even proper to say, as we come to you to give you this update, we're actually standing in our prayer garden here at the girls' house. And so what we want to share with you is that over the last few weeks, here's some of the projects that have been happening. First of all, when we moved into this house, when we took ownership of this house, anytime you buy a house, we all know there's always got to be improvements. And so as we started the process of doing some remodeling a few months ago, unfortunately, one of the projects we really wanted to get to was raising the wall fence. The wall fence is not so much about security as it is privacy. But you probably remember me sharing with you as we got into the remodeling, we ran into what we thought was a small sewer issue, and it turned into a very large, complete overhaul of the septic system. And so the wall fence and raising the wall fence had to pause for a while. But gratefully, we were able to get that project back on track in the last few weeks. And so Mr. Hendricks, our contractor, and his team have been here. They've been faithful to get the additional courses on the wall. And I can tell you from these girls' standpoint, it is a big deal. You know, there's always something exciting about when God is in the midst and doing a great work. People are always interested, and that's one of the things that was happening here. Just even as we would have our birthday parties, the neighbors were trying to look over the walls. And so it may seem like a small thing, but for the privacy, for these girls' sake, and for the future, we just knew that was something that had to be taken care of. And so the wall fence has been raised. The last thing that remains is, because the wall fence is now at the proper height, our security gate is not. And so we're going to have to buy a new gate. But we know, we trust in God for that. The other big news, I shared with you a few weeks ago that we were, as our Bible study is growing, and literally just hundreds of children coming each and every Saturday to come and to hear about Jesus, to be fed spiritually and physically. And I'll tell you, the reason that's happening, you're looking at it right here. Not this guy, these girls right here. They are missionaries. They are sharing with their friends. They're sharing about the love of Christ, and I'm so proud of them. And so, but as this Bible study that they built has been growing, also so the need to be able to serve the children well. And so one of the things that God put on our heart was to be able to build a patio, the property be under a lot of concrete so we don't have to mess with the sand and the dirt, and also on top of that patio to be able to build a pavilion to shelter us from the sun and from the rain. And so stage one was to get the concrete down, and that's what's been going on the last couple weeks. The rains have finally stopped. Mr. Hendricks and his team were able to come and begin to work. And I'll tell you, I'm sharing with you right now some of the construction. It's unlike anything we've ever seen in the United States. His team worked hard. Everything is mixed by hand. Everything is laid out by hand, and they did an amazing job. I'm so blessed to come to know Mr. Hendricks over the last few years, and he is dedicated to this ministry, and they work hard and they do good work. And so, as you can see, the patio has shaped up, and not just the patio, but as we're putting the patio in, already the very first phase of the pavilion has started. The steel poles had to be erected, and so the 12 poles are up. That's what's going to hold this future roof. And so we are well on our way. The wall has come along, the patio, the concrete. It was a lot of concrete being put in, especially when you consider everything being mixed by hand. And so as you can see, a lot of progress has been made. More than anything right now, from all of us to all of you, we want to say,
thank you.